So the topic of today's sermon is the greedy farmer. So once upon a time back in the Buddha's age, there was a group of bandits who went and robbed a village. After they robbed the village, they snuck away to a nearby farm and they began to divvy up the loot. So they began to separate it and put it into different bags, and then after they finished, they all went home with one big bag of gold each. However, the bandits forgot one bag. They left one bag in the field. Now on that day, the Buddha, after waking up, sent his meditating eye out into the world to see who was ready to learn lessons and to improve their lives. Well, he noticed that the farmer was ready. So he and his assistant, Phra Ananda, they walked to the farm. When they got to the farmer was there. He saw the Buddha, he paid his respects to the Buddha, and afterwards the Buddha looked over to the field and said, "Ananda, look over there. There's a dangerous snake over there." Then Ananda looked over there and said, "Yes, there is a dangerous snake over there." So the farmer was kind of confused. There's a dangerous snake in the field? So after the Buddha left, the farmer went to go check out the snake. When he went to look for the snake, he didn't find a snake, but what he found was a big bag of gold. And he got really excited. So he decided to take that bag and took it home. So he dragged the bag all the way back to his house. Not too long after that, the villagers came looking for the bandits with the police and everybody. Well, they followed the tracks to the field, and then they saw the drag marks of the bag. So they tracked it back from the field to the farmer's house. Well, when they got to the farmer's house, they searched the house, and guess what they found? They found a big bag of gold. Well, the villagers proceeded to beat up the farmer really bad. And so the farmer got his butt kicked. He was bleeding, he was broken, he was hurt. However, the story doesn't end here. The villagers then dragged the farmer to the king. And the king decreed that because the farmer was a thief and stole a lot of money, he had to be executed. So they dragged the farmer to the cemetery, with the executioner dragging him along the way. The whole way, all he could say was, "Oh, Ananda, there's a poisonous snake in the field. Yes, my lord, there is a poisonous snake in the field. Oh, Ananda, there's a poisonous snake in the field. Yes, my lord, there's a poisonous snake in the field." So the executioner was curious. I wonder why this guy keeps talking about the Buddha before he dies. Maybe the Buddha was a witness or something. So they went back to the king and told the king the story. Then the king took the farmer and the soldiers to the temple to meet the Buddha. And the Buddha then told them what really happened. And so in the end, the farmer got out of it. This story has two main lessons I want to leave with you. Number one, was the enjoyment of getting the gold worth the pain and suffering of getting beat up, dragged to court, then almost executed? Was it really worth that little bit of gold, that little bit of happiness of getting something that you knew was not yours? You knew you didn't earn it, you knew you didn't work for it, and it didn't belong to you? Yet that little bit of winning, that little bit of coming out on top, was it really worth all the pain and suffering that followed? And the second lesson that I wanted to leave with you was, I wanted to show you the karma that's involved here. This farmer made a mistake. It wasn't a huge mistake, but he made a mistake. He took something that wasn't his. And after the villagers found him, they beat him up. He was physically harmed. For him, if you were the farmer, that would probably be enough, right? You learned your lesson, you feel bad, and it's over. However, karma doesn't work that way. You're the one that did the crime. You're not the one who gets to decide the sentence. Karma will decide what your sentence is. The world will decide what your sentence is, not you. So when you do the crime or when you do bad actions, sometimes you feel like it's enough. But in reality, karma's the one who will decide. You need to observe and understand how karma works so that you don't create bad karma in the world. Because when you do, the one that gets hurt is you.